And welcome to the Katie Weaver Show. This is Katie. I am your host and I'm thrilled to be here. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday. And I think we call them world-class Wednesdays here in the 1-2 world. I'm so excited to be here because today is my birthday giveaway show. So I love this one. So I do want to, let's get a few things out of the way. First of all, if you would like to find us in the chat room, head over to 12radio.com, click on the chat button, and you'll be redirected right into the Facebook chat. So that's the way to connect. It is, of course, a private group, so you'll want to ask for entry. And Christy's standing by, and she'd love to let you in the room. Now, I am also broadcasting this event via Facebook Live through our group. So if you want to find that, just head over into the chat room, and you'll find the live broadcast. I do put this over on my Facebook or my YouTube channel. The live broadcast goes over there later in the day. And so you can always find the live broadcast at Domestic Mystic on YouTube. So I also want you to know that if you are listening live, it is the 20th of June at 10 a.m. Pacific. If you're listening to an archive or a replay, I'd like to welcome you to the show also. So that's what's happening. And again, it is my birthday giveaway show, which is so fun. My birthday is not actually until Sunday, but this was the day that I got to be together with you guys. So that's how it goes. So here's what's going to happen. If you want to be a part of the birthday giveaway, you have to be in the chat room in one way or another. You've either got to find my post, my pinned post at the top of the page, and like or comment there, or I need to see you right here in the live stream. And Christy, my talented and gifted producer, is standing by. She is going to draw some names for me today so that I can give away some stuff. So that's how I do my birthday. Apparently, is by giving stuff away. So I'm really excited. So there's a few things that I'm going to be giving away today. I'm going to give away, I'm giving away 2 10-minute readings over at 12listen.com. So that's exciting, I think. I am going to also be giving away classes. I'm giving away my Ethereal Alchemy series. I'm going to give that away to 2 people. That is my new class that I just taught recently. And I hope that you guys will love it and benefit from it. And so that's pretty neat. I am also giving away, I talked Scott into building something for us. He's going to make a Tree of Life necklace. This is one of the cool things he makes. So the one I'm showing you in the live stream, that is a moonstone one. That's actually the first one he ever made. He made it for my mom, and when she passed away, I inherited it back. So it's a prized possession to me. But he has agreed to make a Tree of Life necklace, a custom one. So we'll be giving away a Tree of Life necklace, and then we'll let you guys let us know what you want on it, what stones you want, or if you want us to just intuit one and decide what would be perfect for you, we can do that too. So that's what we're giving away today, and I'll just give them away throughout the show. So Christy is going to take a few minutes here and just keep an eye here in the chat and here in the live stream to make sure that we have you all included in our plans here. So pretty fun. So thanks you guys for being here. Yeah, definitely I have to say that I love doing my birthday with you guys. I think that's the funnest thing. So last year I turned 40 and I didn't feel 40 and I didn't know what 40 was supposed to feel like, and I am, clearly turning 41 this year, and I don't know if I feel 41. I don't know what 41 is supposed to feel like, but here we are. One challenge that happens in my house for Scott, not me. Scott and I are the same age for most of the year. But when I have my birthday, I become older than him for just a minute, just till October. So for one solstice, I get to be the older person and be in charge at our house. And then we go back to, well, me being in charge at our house, right? I always tease him about it. Hey, I'm older than you now, so I don't think you can say anything. Oh, Lord. Okay. Anyway, I'm excited that you guys are here. So I hope you guys are having a good week. I do think the energy is lighter than it was last week. We're still in a place of obviously of massive activism for a lot of people, and then others who don't quite understand the need for activism. But I'm seeing a lot of you guys feeling very passionate right now about various things that are going on, particularly the immigration stuff that's going on in our country, and children being split from their families. And rock on with all of your activism. I appreciate all of you being willing to take a stand in the world. Honestly, even if your stand is different than mine, I appreciate you having the willingness, the courage, and the insight into why you should. We have to care. We have to care before it affects us personally. That's what seems to happen so often, is that we get very complacent and we forget that just because it doesn't affect us directly doesn't mean it's not important. So anyway, I honor all of you. I honor your voices. I honor your willingness to talk to each other, to continue to look for solutions, to come together, and to find ways, when possible, to work together on solutions rather than continue to divide. That's where we have to get. So I honor that in all of you. Okay. Oh my goodness. Coughing today. Don't know why. Whatever. I'm not going to cough for my birthday. I informed my girls this morning it is my birthday week, so you pretty much have to do what I want. Apparently we get to do whatever I want all week. Sure. Okay. Well, I'm going to put a link up in the chat room to my magazine. I want to let you guys know that I do put out my magazine every Monday. It's a compilation of work between me and several of my several of my colleagues, over at one2listen.com. And I think it's a ton of fun, and I really enjoy being over there with them, and I enjoy having them contribute to the magazine the way they do. I appreciate all of their efforts and the fact that they're willing. I don't know why when I put the link up it says May 27th. This is the current copy. I appreciate all of their hard work because it's a big commitment to write weekly articles, but they do an awesome job. So I put a link in the chat room, but if you'd like to find it, you can go over to katie-weaver.com and click on the magazine, Katie's Magazine post, and just click right there on the cover, and that'll open it up for you. Okay, so it is, of course, the summer solstice edition because, duh, tomorrow is the summer solstice. Oh, how I love the summer solstice. I love the energy of the summer solstice. I love the energy of the turn of the wheel. I love the magical energy of it. I love the possibilities of it. I love the idea of celebrating it outdoors and around a fire and in the space of others who also feel that energy and feel it bubbling up from their soul. And oh, the summer solstice is special to me. So I'm very excited for the summer solstice tomorrow. I've been thinking about what ritual do I do this year? What do I want to do? I don't know. I still haven't settled on anything. It'll probably be many things, actually. One thing I know for sure is that I'm going to smudge my house. I feel like since my kids are home for the summer, that this house is feeling chaotic, and that we need to smudge the whole house, ground the property, give everything a really good clearing. And then I'm going to smudge my camper because if you listen to 1-2 News, I told my story on Monday, and I won't go into great detail here, except for that we pulled our fifth wheel to another town that's about, a couple 100 miles away from here over the weekend for a softball tournament, and we blew a tire on the way there, and we blew another tire on the way home. And so Scott said by the time we got the camper home, he was going to put a for sale sign on it out in the yard, and whoever showed up with a few dollars could have it. Now I intervened and pointed out that I kind of like it and would like to keep it. But that's how mad he was at our whole situation. But at any rate, I think I'm going to smudge the camper, smudge the tires, maybe smudge the truck. Feels like everything needs a little clearing out and a fresh start around here. So that'll be one thing I'm doing for the solstice, but I don't know. I'm still working on that. Okay. I also have one gift, by the way, that I just realized there was one thing that I forgot to say. I have one gift for the whole room. So everyone today is going to receive my plant magic class. And my plant magic class, I taught it last summer. There is a video. There's also an MP3. I'm going to gift them both to you. So after the show, I will put them up in the chat room for you guys, but I wanted you to know that I am gifting all of you with plant magic because it's summer. It's time to gather. It's time to start thinking about plant magic. This is the plant magic class that I taught about smudging, making smudge sticks with plant magic. So that's the actual class. And I made all of these gorgeous smudge sticks and taught you how to do them and why. And it was a really neat class. So that's my giveaway for everyone, is the plant magic class for everyone. And again, I'll make sure that the link both to the video and to the MP3 end up in the chat room when the show is over. So I'm excited about that. And I hope that you guys have some fun with it. And if you make some smudge sticks, please let me know. That is fun. But right now's the time. You could start gathering. I've got lavender blooming. I know it's time to head up into the mountains and pick wild roses so that I have plenty of rose petals to do everything I want to with this year. It's really not too soon to start thinking about stuff like that. The catnip is on like crazy. There's lots of herbs that are going crazy already this year, so lots of fun stuff. All right, back to the magazine. So the next thing you'll find is the Domestic Mystics Daily Dish. And I write this article for 1-2 News on Mondays. I also post a daily postcard over on Instagram, the Domestic Mystic on Instagram. But I'm going to share with you guys the rest of the week. So we'll start with today. This may be the happiest and sweetest day of the week. You will find yourself feeling loved and protected by those around you. You may also feel inspired to engage in service and acts of love in your home, workplace, and community. This is a good day to recognize your role in activism as well. What are you passionate about? Well, lots of things. Thank you for asking. Okay, Thursday. You are not interested in anyone asserting their authority over you. That could not be more true and obvious today. You will likely find yourself bristling at anyone who attempts to assert themselves. Take a deep breath and walk away. The long-lasting effects of having an altercation or harsh words may not be worth it. Friday. You may find yourself grieving today. It could be a current loss or an old one. The words of others may fall flat on your ears as you need to work this one out internally. This would be a good day for some writing to help you work out your feelings. Later in the day, you may benefit from talking to someone detached from the situation to help you get clear on your feelings. Saturday. Much of the pain from yesterday has dissipated, and today you see only love. Don't be surprised if you find yourself feeling quite forgiving towards those who have hurt you in the past. Your heart is open and ready to move on into a place of peace and joy. I love that on Saturday, because I think that at some point we frequently discover that the weight of carrying anger isn't worth it anymore. The weight of hating someone isn't worth it anymore. It's too heavy. It's too time-consuming. It's taking away from joy in our lives, and that's what Saturday's all about, is recognizing some of those instances and perhaps getting rid of them. So I like that. Sunday, this is a bright day full of hope and promise. Surround yourself with people that you care about. Give yourself many opportunities to laugh and enjoy life. You can worry later. Let today be about finding the joy in the little things and spreading your light to the world. You are a luminous light being after all. So it sounds like a pretty damn good week, I think. And I have to tell you, I wrote the 1-2 weather report, the Domestic Mystics Daily Dish, without looking at the dates. And then when I discovered that Sunday was my birthday and also a bright day full of hope and promise, I was pretty thrilled. But I want you to know that I did not skew the results just because it was my birthday. Though maybe one day a year, that's my prerogative. But I didn't. It just so happened. Okay. The next thing in the newsletter or the magazine that you'll find is my reading for the month. So my reading this month is my 7-card summer solstice video reading. I've done quite a few of these already. I am so in love with them. They're turning out so beautifully. And so I'm going to put a note here in the chat room for you guys so that you can see it. But you can also find it by heading over to my Facebook page, or sorry, over to my, I'm all distracted with all the happy birthdays in the chat room. You guys are rocking my world. You can go to 12listen.com, click on my bio, Katie Weaver, and you'll find in my email readings, that's where you will find the summer solstice video reading. But you can also see it there in the magazine. I put a link in the chat room. So if you want to do that here in the next, I'll leave it up for another week, I think, because the summer solstice lasts a while. So that's a fun one. It's 7 cards, gives you great ideas of who are you right now, what do you need to know, what could be hiding from you, what light are you sharing with the world, where can you grow. It's a wonderful reading. So I would love to do that for you. But I also want you to know, while we're on the subject, that I do have a special reading right now too. I have a birthday special, and I'm going to leave that up clear until my birthday. But this is the lowest I have ever gone on my TBS, on my 15-minute time-based service. And this is, it's low. It's low. And that's awesome because it's a part of my birthday celebration. So I'm going to share it here in the chat room with you guys. But you can also find that over at 12listen, of course, under my profile, under my time-based services. But I'm excited to share it with you guys at a super awesome price. And I'll leave it up for throughout this week until my birthday. So if you can definitely benefit from that. And if I can help you in any way, I personally think that time-based services are the way to go. You know, I am a Cancer, obviously, which may mean that I'm a bit of a bargain shopper. I am a bargain shopper. And it's not that I don't love quality, I do. But I also love a great deal. And so I love the time-based services at 12listen because it's a better deal for you guys. They are always on sale, no matter what. Even if whatever price they're at, it's probably lower than our minute-by-minute rate. And so mine are. At least. And so that's why I like them. They're always on sale. But also, I love knowing how much time we have. I love that we have that 15-minute block of time to work together in, or 30-minute, or 60-minute. I mean, I have them lots of different ways. But anyway, if you've been thinking about calling in for a reading, if you've been thinking about getting some good energy work, have a good clearing to set you on a great track for the summer solstice, this would be a fantastic way to do it. So that's all I will say about that. Alrighty, I'm going to jump back in the magazine to our crystal guidance from Christy. She brings us our stone every week. Christy is a master crystallologist. This week it's aquamarine. Aqua balances the throat chakra, opens the door for clear and honest communication, and encourages diplomacy. Well, my God, it seems like that's exactly what we need this week, doesn't it? All right, and then the card from her Energy Oracle deck. This is her Kindred Spirits Energy Oracle deck. The card she pulled this week is Archangel Gabriel. The message is, or Gabrielle, by the way. Did you know that some people see this angel as a female? Not everybody sees Gabriel as a male. Messages from Gabriel. Messages, communication, listening, speaking the truth, honesty, clear speech, and the throat chakra. The challenge, if you're not connected, or could use some connections to Gabriel, could be being dishonest, holding back, not listening. The crystal, of course, is aquamarine. And the meditation. Dear Archangel Gabriel, please open my ears so I may hear the messages my throat sorry, I'm going to go back. Dear Archangel Gabriel, please open my ears so I may hear the messages, my throat so I may speak truth, and my mind that I may understand. Very good. Seems like we need a whole lot of Archangel Gabriel in this country right now, don't we? Yeah, no, without a doubt. Then we have a great energy read from Jamie about the summer solstice. I loved her words. You know, Jamie is a Cancer as well. We are soul sisters in that. And so, of course, she also is a big fan of the summer solstice. And I really loved her article. She had some great historical information, and it just made me feel even closer to that turn of the wheel. So definitely take a minute and read that article. Then you will find Red's Reflections. And Kelly's article this week was about positive self-talk. And I really liked it because, you know, she's right. We can be so brutal to ourselves and say the rudest, snarkiest, most unkind things to ourselves. And I think that we have to be diligent about our own self-talk. I think it's something that you have to revisit every once in a while and consider, how am I speaking to myself? Is it kindly? Would I say that to my best friend? Would I say that to my daughter? Why would I say it to me? So I think that that's a good message. I loved her article about it because it's good to be mindful, and it's good to check in every once in a while and think about, are you your own worst enemy? You know, you're already conquering the world right now. Do you have to conquer you too? Do you have to fight you too? Or is there a way to come into balance with that? I think there's a way. I absolutely do. All right, and then the tip this week is my sunburn salve. Why? Well, duh, we've been at softball tournaments. I've actually done a really good job this year of remembering to put on sunblock. But not everyone has, and we've been pulling out the sunburn salve. So this is how you make it. Take a half a cup of organic coconut oil, add 15 drops of lavender oil and 10 drops of peppermint oil. Blend well and store it in an airtight container. You will probably have to heat it up a little bit. A little bit. You can heat up your coconut just a teeny bit to get it soft. You really don't have to bring it clear to liquid if you don't want to. Depending on how hot your kitchen is this time of year, you might be able to just leave it on the counter for a few minutes to soften it up enough to add your oils. But again, 15 drops of lavender, 10 drops of peppermint. The lavender is going to soothe the skin, and the peppermint is going to cool the sunburn. You could also add some calendula. If you guys have never used calendula oil, I just got a bottle of it from Jade Bloom recently, and it is rocking my world, people. I absolutely love it. And I have been putting it on bug bites, sunburns, any skin, irritations, and it's fantastic. So I would probably add, if I was going to remake it, I already have some, but if I was going to remake it, I would probably add some calendula to it too, if you have it or can get a hold of it. So that's the sunburn salve. Then there's an article called from Brittany. It's Brittany's Divinity, talking about thunderstorms and reverence. We have had a ton of thunderstorms. You guys know that Brittany and I don't live too far apart, right? We live about 30 miles from each other. And we have had more rain than I can remember in June, and just one thunderstorm after another. It's been crazy. So she was talking about experiencing a thunderstorm the other day and how it made her feel and the energy of it. And I loved what she had to say because I've been experiencing that too. So many storms. And everything here is insane. It is green, it's gorgeous, it's tall, which is beautiful now. But if we don't stay this wonderful, which we won't, because that's just by fall, we'll have a fire season from hell. So I'm hoping that we do stay wet, because all of this vegetation growing like crazy sometimes leads to real devastation around here. So not, right? We're going to pray for not. All right. If you don't read one other thing in my magazine this week, read Kai's Kaleidoscope. Kai's article is called Gus, It is about a restaurant, a little luncheonette that she used to go to when she was first in nursing and had her first nursing job. The owner, of course, his name, as you can imagine, was Gus. This was like the Cheers bar, right? He knew everybody's name. He knew what everybody was up to. And it was just a neighborhood hangout. I loved it because I got to tell you, Kai, I have never experienced that where I live. There's nothing like that here. And I've always wished there was a neighborhood hangout, a neighborhood bar, a neighborhood luncheonette where people really knew each other. It doesn't really seem to exist. Not in my town. Maybe in other places. Maybe I just haven't found it. But I found some longing for that when I read her article. I loved it. And I really hope that you guys take a minute and read her article and think about your own experiences and think about the people in your life that have touched you, that have taught you, that have given you something along your path that you've gained from, and show them a little reverence and a little gratitude. So thank you, Kai, for your article. It just particularly touched me this week. And then lastly, of course, we have our masters, Anita and the masters. This is Anita Ahuja, and her master this week is Kuan Yin. And she had chosen Kuan Yin because Kuan Yin is the goddess of compassion, and she felt like that is something that we desperately need on our planet right now, and particularly need in the U.S. And so thank you very much for that, Anita. I agree with you, and I resonate very much with the energy of Kuan Yin. So that is the magazine this week. So I hope that you found some pearls of wisdom, some gems that you can take home with you. And if you want to subscribe, you can head over to katie-weaver.com, and on the home page on the left-hand side there is a little spot for you to plug in your information. And then when it's published, I'll send it to you. Otherwise, you can always find it posted on my Facebook page and my website. So lots of ways to connect to it. Okay, let's jump into the chat room. I think, Christy, let's go ahead and give a couple of things away. We don't have to do it all at once, right? We can spread this out throughout the show. All right, she says that we are giving away an ethereal alchemy. All right, so she's drawing. You know, it's enough work to be a producer. And you guys may know that we have had a few tech issues recently. And I know that it's frustrating for everybody, but being that I live with a producer and have a producer sister, I know the tremendous toll it takes on the producers when there's a tech problem. It is always out of their hands, and sometimes it's just inexplicable, and they do a phenomenal job of putting their heads together, supporting each other, figuring it out, making it work, trying to get us back on the air via somebody else, no matter what it takes. And I appreciate our producers beyond measure, because I know the weight that they carry in making sure that these shows come live and stay live and sound great. And I also know that sometimes they can't control what happens, and they're just doing the best they can, which I personally think is phenomenal. So I appreciate you, Christy, because I know that besides the fact that you're keeping me on the air today, you're helping me with this job. So thank you so much for that. Okay, so she is drawing for me. So again, we're giving away Ethereal Alchemy. This is going to be Ethereal Alchemy 1 and 2. I want to give them both to you so that you can really, really benefit and take them both. So I'll send them to you both in video format and in MP3 format so that you can take them either way. That's the way that's going to look. And so the winner of the first Ethereal Alchemy course is Denise Simone. Oh, I'm not supposed to say last names on the air. I'm sorry. Sorry. Forgive me, it's my birthday. Denise S. Denise, will you please send Christy a quick message and give her your email address so that we can send these out to you? I would appreciate that so much. So again, Denise, I am gifting you Ethereal Alchemy 1 and 2. So that's very exciting. All right, I'm making a quick note. Okay, cool. All right, well, there's our first giveaway. And don't forget that today all of you are going to receive my plant magic course. And that is my making smudge sticks with plant magic, so that you can start gathering some summer goodies, summer plants and summer love to be able to start adding to some smudge sticks. So fun stuff. Alrighty, well, let's do our Ground Blessed Protect and Move reading for the week. So here it is. Ground Blessed Protect and Move is a deck that I developed and published with my sisters. You can get more information over at katie-weaver.com about it. I just want to read cards. So this is a 5-card reading. It tells us all of the things that we need to think about and do for great spiritual care for the week. Okay? Alrighty, so the ground card this week is Rainbow. Very befitting for me since we've had so many storms and lots of beautiful rainbows at the ends of them. So here we go with the rainbow card. All right, now, so with rainbow, to ground with the rainbow, you're grounding with all of the different colors of the spectrum. So picture standing at the end of a rainbow with it arcing right through the top of your head, all of the different colors, all of the spectrum, pouring over your head, through your body, and deep into the earth, just grounding you to all colors of the rainbow. And that's the ground card this week. All right. The blessed card is space. Wow, that's fitting. What did I say? That I have to smudge my house on the summer solstice because I'm starting to not be able to stand my kids? No, that's a joke. That was really rude because it's been straight up chaos at my house is why. So here it is. This is the space clearing card. Okay. So the blessed card is space. So if you take a look at the card, it is a woman standing with her hands out, pouring light from her hands into the space and blessing it. I do something similar to that after I clear. So if you want to do a clearing, great. If you don't want to do a clearing, don't knock yourself out. But bless your space. This may also be a physical blessing. Is it time to declutter? Is it time to change your bedspread? Is it time to pull down the curtains and wash them? Is it time to rearrange? Is it time to paint the walls and freshen something up? Is it time to just move and burn the whole damn place down? You tell me. Don't do that. You did not hear that here. But sometimes I think that may be the solution to my house. But anyway, bless your space. Think about, how do you create a sanctuary in your space? What's it going to take? What do you need to feel like your space is your sanctuary? And who knows, right? Anyway, there we go. So bless your space. All right, the protect card is brick wall. And I like this one because it gives you permission to put up a wall between you and someone who's hurting you. Are you taking abuse? Are you putting up with bullshit? Are you allowing somebody in your world to treat you poorly for whatever reason? You know, Christy and I talked about this. Our show last week on Psychic Sisters was about light worker boundaries and sometimes the lack thereof. And we talked about the fact that a lot of people who feel like they are spiritual people and tuned in people will allow a ridiculous amount of BS into their worlds because, why? Because they feel like they have to. Because they're being all spiritualish and stuff. That's great, but that doesn't mean that you have to be abused. It doesn't mean that you have to put up with poor behavior out of other people. And sometimes the protection is to put up a brick wall. Imagine yourself. Envision it. Throwing a brick wall up between you and someone else and creating that separation to give you a break from their energy. Sometimes that is the best solution and sometimes you really need it. So here's your permission if you needed it. Put up a brick wall. Don't put up with it. All right. The move card is hike. Why? Well, because we pulled it is why. But why is it in this deck? Here's how it works. In spiritual care, moving your body a little bit, I'm not saying you have to go run a 5K or anything unless you want to, but moving your body a little bit really helps to release any stuck energy in your body, and it also really helps to kick out some of those happy hormones in your brain. So it makes a big difference. So the hike card, that's why it's in a move deck or in a spiritual care deck. So get out this week. Even if you just take a little hike around the park or hike around your yard, or you hike a little further, get yourself outside, get yourself into nature, ground to the energy of the earth, and do what you can to help refresh your own spirit. Alrighty. And then the boost card. The boost card is Get Social. So the boost card is in this deck. It's just an extra suggestion of what else can you do this week that would give you some great spiritual care. All right, well, the card is Get Social. This is a good time to reach out for some support. Coffee with friends or a good chat on the phone would be good for you. And I absolutely love that because honestly, sometimes that's where it's at. Now, I know that some of you guys don't really have a lot of support in your local communities. A lot of your friends are online. A lot of your, especially like spiritual and metaphysical support are online. And I can resonate with that. I also think sometimes it pays to find something in your local area. If you check your meetups, you'll find that there are groups meeting. If you check your local metaphysical stores, your local yoga centers, if you have them, I know some of you don't, you will find frequently that there are people in your community that are doing some kind of spiritual and metaphysical practices, and it wouldn't hurt you to get out of the house every once in a while and connect with some of them. All right, that's my soapbox on that. All right, I think it's time to give something away. I am positive it's time to give something away. Christy, I want to give away a 10-minute reading. So this is a 10-minute reading over at one2listen.com for my birthday. So Christy's going to draw here and let me know. She's actually already drawn. I think she's just giving me names now. All right. So the winner of the first 10-minute reading for my birthday giveaway is Jane B. Jane B. I promise I won't say any more last names. I'll be good. Who knows? It could happen. All right, Jane B gets a 10-minute reading. So, Jane, we will be in touch. Actually, Jane, so what I need from you... No, we'll be in touch. That's all I need. So, actually, no. Will you send Christy your email address, please, so that I can make sure that you receive that? That's what I need. All right, yay, Jane. Woohoo. Okay. This is fun. I love it so much. All righty. Okay. All right. Well, let's move on and let's do our singing bowl for the week. Here it is. All I want to do is release some tension from you. I want to help to clear your aura. So I'm going to play the bowl, and I would like you to sit with it and allow the vibration of the singing bowl to permeate your aura and dissolve and release any energy that you're carrying that no longer serves your spirit. Okay? That's it. So I'll play it, you sit with it, and just allow that energy to just be dissolved, to drift away, to be clear from you. Anything that no longer serves you. It could be cords and attachments from others. It could be psychic debris. It could be your own heaviness and self-talk that you've thrown all over yourself. Who knows? It's different for everybody. But let's just let it go. Let's just feel better, right? All right, here we go. Perfect. Okay. So again, our intention there was to just allow any extra stuff to clear away from your aura. Anything you're carrying that no longer serves you. That's the intention. So very good. There's been a lot of psychic debris in the air, a lot of stuff, right? A lot of struggling people. Not us, other people. Us too. This week is better, but sometimes you just have to clear it up a little. So I wanted to address a question. Terry said, I have no way to get a smudge stick by tomorrow. What else can I do to clear my house without using a match? Okay. Here's a few suggestions, Terry. One would be, without using a match. All right, I'm going to give you one with using a match just because I'm just a pain in the butt like that. But dragon's blood incense is awesome for clearing. So you could use that. But the South Americans use, or Central Americans use, Central and South Americans, how's that? I'm having a little fight with myself about geography. Unnecessary. They use basil as a sacred clearing herb, the way here in Northern America, a lot of times we use sage. And so basil can be made into a strong tea. So take dried or fresh basil, doesn't matter. Not basil oil, however. Basil oil is a little bit different. The oil of plants is not typically recommended for use in plant magic. You want the whole plant. So take basil, steep it into a really strong tea, and then put it in a spray bottle and bless it. Hold it in your heart and bless it with what you want it to do, which of course is to just release all of the energy that doesn't need to be there anymore. For you, Terry, releasing any energy of being ill or convalescing or grieving or any other heavy energy there that you don't want anymore, that's what you want to get rid of. So bless your spray with that and then walk all the way through your house, spraying it all the way through the house. Now, if anyone comes over, they'll be disappointed that you're not making spaghetti because it'll smell like basil in there, and that's okay. But that really helps. Tara had also said that sound is good for clearing. It absolutely is. I always say if you have a drum or you have a singing bowl, that's awesome to walk all the way through your space, breaking up the energy. But you could also use a bell. You could use a chime. You could use your voice and chant. You could even clap. So anything that creates a percussion and creates a vibration, that helps to break up the energy of the space. And then, Terry, of course, after you clear it, go back and bless it. So there's a few ways to bless it. Like in the picture on the card, the woman that was holding her hands out and filling her space up with light, do that. Also, speak out loud anything you want in your home. What Christy and I do when we go on space clearings, when we're done, we actually ask the homeowners to join us in a healing circle, and we all hold hands, and we hold space for the energy of the home, and then we speak aloud. We take turns speaking aloud the frequencies that we want this home to embody. And so people say things like cooperation, fun, laughter, joy, unconditional love, peace, learning, rest, relaxation, and the list goes on and on. But think about the things that you want for that home and speak them out loud. You might even write them down somewhere and post them, because that helps to bring that frequency into the house. So that's easy enough, right? Okay, well, Christy's telling me that it's time for another giveaway. So we are giving away another Ethereal Alchemy course. So this will be Ethereal Alchemy 1 and 2. Now, if you're wondering what Ethereal Alchemy is, Ethereal Alchemy was a course that I taught not too long ago. 2 parts. The first part was learning how to use ethereal crystals in healing work. So the energy or the spirit or the frequency of a crystal. And then the part 2 of that class was learning how to use the energy of metals, the ethereal energy of metals for healing work, and how to combine the two that's the alchemy piece, right? How to combine the two into a whole new product, a whole new element to use in healing. So it's really interesting work. And I taught them both. You can actually buy them if you are interested in taking those classes. You can buy them in my email readings over at one2listen.com. And I will send you both the MP3s and the links to watch the videos, because they were both video classes as well. So the winner of that is Tara H. Tara. It's not Tara, is it? It's Tara. So Tara H. Tara, you have won. You have won the Ethereal Alchemy classes. So if you will please send Christy your email address so that I can make sure that you receive those. I am thrilled to send them to you. So yay! Very cool. Okay. Alrighty. We're rolling. So we still have a 10-minute reading to give away. We still have a Tree of Life necklace to give away. And of course, you are all receiving today, as a part of my birthday giveaway show, my Plant Magic, Making Smudge Sticks with Plant Magic class. So that is all happening. Very good. Oh, yes, Jane, I'm so excited. I can't wait. Okay. And Elizabeth said, the ethereal class is amazing. I loved it. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. I loved it too. It did. I keep wanting to go back and, not go back, but I keep like diving deeper into the ethereal metals work and the ethereal alchemy work. It is too cool. Anyway. Okay, I'm just looking through the chat room to see if there's anything else. Oh, Terry says she has a large jar of basil. I'll make the tea today. And let's double down on that, Terry. If you wanted to, you don't have to. But in Plant Magic, rosemary is an enhancer. And so if you add rosemary to other work, it helps to enhance the energy of it. So sometimes in clearing, if you want to, you can add a sprig of rosemary to that as well. You don't have to, but if you do, the point of that would be to enhance the healing properties, or sorry, the clearing and purification properties of the basil. So, interesting. I clearly don't love Plant Magic at all. Do you know how I got into Plant Magic, you guys? It was right here in the 1-2 world. We used to have, and some of you guys will remember, when I first started here, our lead producer and one of our advisors over at 1-2 Listen was a wonderful, wonderful woman named Laura Lozano. And Laura, she's a friend of mine to this day. She's an amazing person. And she is very well schooled in Plant Magic. And she's the one that first turned me on to Plant Magic and made me love it so much. So I always want to give her props for helping me to tune into that part of my my soul's vibration, because Plant Magic is one of those things to me that feels so right? It feels so normal. It feels like it's a part of me. I think it's that elemental energy for me. But anyway, it all started right here in the 1-2 land with Miss Laura Lozano. Okay. Just wanted to jump back in the chat and make sure I didn't miss anything. Thank you guys all so much for your sweet messages. I just love and appreciate you all so much. Okay. Donna says her husband is the same. I was talking about how Scott and I get to be older than him for a minute. And she does too. So Donna's birthday is also in June, and his birthday is in September. So she gets to be the older person in charge for a few months as well. Well, we rule the world, Donna. That's all I can say. And of course we need to be in charge. Who else would be? I know. Poor Scott. You guys have no idea what he puts up with around here. but he usually does it with a smile on his face. Okay. Oh, Maureen says that her solstice video reading was awesome. Oh, Maureen, it was a joy. I've had a blast with these video readings, the solstice readings. They have been so much fun. I just have to tell you guys how much I have enjoyed doing them. They are so full of light, every one of them. Every card I pull just rocks my world. It's just been awesome. In fact, I have one to do right after the show. I'm excited. Alrighty. Okay. Sorry, you guys. I know, a little unconventional show today, but that's how it goes. when you're having fun, right? Okay. Okay, Christy says it is time to give away the last 10-minute reading. So she is giving me a note here. Good thing we have Christy to keep us on track today. All right, so the second 10-minute reading goes to Pamela G. So Pamela, if you will just get your information, get your email to Christy so that I can make sure I send that out to you. You have won a 10-minute reading with me over at one2listen.com as a part of my birthday giveaway. How fun. All right, and then the last thing that we're giving away today is Scott has agreed. What did I say? Scott does a lot for me, right? So I said, could I talk you into making a really special Tree of Life necklace for one of my listeners? And he immediately agreed, and because he's just good like that. So this is what a Tree of Life necklace looks like if you guys are in the chat room. The one I'm showing you is a moonstone one, and it's one of my favorites. I wear this one quite a bit. But yours won't be moonstone unless you want it to be moonstone. So here's how this will work. I'm going to give it away to you. Not this necklace. We'll make you a custom one. I'm going to just ask you to send your email to Christy, and then you can tell me if there are stones you would love to see in it. We'll do our best to do that for you. Or if you want us to just feel it out and intuit what would be amazing for you, we can do that too. Or we can do something that goes right along the sign or the ways of your birthday and your astrology. I think we'll even let you choose what color the ring should be, what color the branches should be. You get to be in full control because it's my birthday, so I can boss Scott around. Poor Scott. Okay. So we're going to go ahead, and Christy's drawing for that one right now. Just waiting on her. Alrighty. She's telling me it is going to Lioness Morleen. So Lioness Morleen, you have won the Tree of Life necklace for my birthday giveaway. Just send Christy your email address and we'll get in contact with you about what we can do for that. So I'm very excited. This is going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so some things I want you to know. First of all, you'll find me tomorrow with the Psychic Sisters here on 1-2 Radio. Second of all, I don't know if you've heard the buzz, but we are going to be live on the 4th of July. Some of you might not be around, some of you will, some of you aren't in the US and it's not a holiday for you anyway, but we wanted to bring live programming for the whole day. I'm going to be live here on the show, and I'm going to do something I don't do here very often. I have a guest. And I was going to keep my guest a secret, and then I thought, that's dumb. I'm just gonna tell you. So my guest is Kelly McLean. You may or may not know that Kelly and I are good friends and talk frequently. And we were talking about the 4th of July, and she actually has time that day to come and be a guest. So we are going to have probably one of those Seinfeld-esque shows about nothing, where we talk about everything and nothing and all of things in between. So I'm excited for that coming up on the 4th of July. But I just wanted to give you guys a good heads up that there's going to be a fun day. There's a lot of guest hosts that day. And I won't spill the beans and tell you who they all are. I'll let them do that. But there's a bunch of guests that day. So I think that's going to be a ton of fun. So anyway, as soon as we get done with the show here, I'm going to jump in and post my birthday present to all of you, which is, of course, the Making Smudge Sticks with Plant Magic class, both in the video and the MP3 form. All of you that won today, please make sure that you reach out to Christy so that we can get your gifts right to you. Thanks, you guys, for being here. Thanks for celebrating my birthday with me. I love and appreciate you all so much. And stay tuned for lots more great radio to come here on 1-2 Radio, where we're changing the way you listen to the world.